Hey, you guys! I'm the fantastic Mr. Plastic, and this is Shiny Plastic People. Before we get too excited, let's say hello to the chat. Today, we're already joined by Quip. Let me get that pulled up again. Who's not actually going to be here. I understand. Catching up with daylight savings is awful. I'm going to be a cranky boy on Monday morning. Also, Allison Troy was here. Hey, Troy! I'm not sure if she's still here, but she was here earlier, so thanks for stopping in. I got way too many multiverse figures in, and more are coming. So I'm trying to get ahead of the act. Oh, Allison is here. Yeah, Allison! Before I resume previous rant, Brick Something, a normal chatter, isn't here right now. He's over on McFarlane Toys, giving us Legions class, talking about the Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions line from Four Horsemen Studios. So check that out later. And while you're here, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But of course, I got too many multiverse figures. Some got here. More are coming. Let's get ahead of the pack. And let's start with a movie figure. Ooh. It's Harvey Dent. It's Two-Face from the Nolan trilogy. I brought over a knife. I don't know where I put it. Oh, blurry cam. Why are you doing this to me? Let's fix that. There we go. While we're cutting tape, on the side, we get the Dark Knight trilogy. Two-Face. A picture of our Build-A-Figure in Bane. Of course, this is the part that comes with the main body. Yeah, it was bad in the movie. So bad. Tape over here. Little QR code down here for I think a trial to DC Universe Infinite. Totally worth checking out. Again, look at the figure. Let's pop over to the accessory cam. Cave's Toy Samples is here. Another YouTuber whose channel you should be checking out if you haven't already. Lost an accessory. I don't know what I lost. A hand. Nope. It was probably the shoulder caps. Yeah, it was a shoulder cap. Here's the Bane body. If I can figure out how life works. Yep, there's our abdomen. Not a whole lot going on there. And there's no other accessories with this figure because, of course, it's a Build-A-Figure. We gotta save money. So pop back to the main studio. We have figures already, or stands on hand. There is a stand and a card in the box because it is a McFarlane figure. Of course. Not a proud moment for me here. Okay. Getting Two-Face for the Rogues Gallery. I understand that. So here's a nice close-up on that head sculpt. It is not particularly pretty. The head is on a ball, so you can look down, up, side to side. Not bad. The arms. It helps if you get the correct arm up. He does come with his coin. That is molded in the hand. That's not going anywhere. But we do get 90 degrees on this suited body. I think this is actually the first suited body we've gotten from Todd in this line. Freeze and Riddler to release should have Harvey coming week. Yeah, I've got two freezes so far. I don't have the Riddler. We do have our bicep twist. Double jointed elbow, goes nice and flat. There is an abdomen crunch kind of hidden under that suit there. Not a bad way to hide that. Twist the legs here. About yay up. Double jointed knee. Ankle has a pivot and our toe articulation. Not bad. Not bad. Actually, maybe not the best likeness to the actor. I gotta find where the shoulder joint is on this thing. You're right, I forgot about the Constantine, even though he had the overcoat. But yeah, this is a properly disgusting head. You know, despite my computer saying it can handle multiple cameras doing portrait, it really can't. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Let's hop back over and see if we can get a good look at this in the accessory cam. My brain doesn't work in dimensional accuracy. Yeah, it's generic enough that you can pull it off, but you know what it's going for. Also, I really like this detail on the jacket, the burned up bits. It's nicely sculpted. So, yeah, that's not okay. When we flip him around, and you get the prettier side of Harvey. For what that is worth. I don't have any comparisons for him yet. I ordered him at the exact same time as the rest of the Nolan Dark Knight trilogy wave, and of course he's the only one to arrive so far. Because that's how it works, right? I did get this whole wave that I'm about to start with directly from McFarlane Toys store, so it did come in one package. I'm a fan of that. The Titans wave, I'm really excited for that wave. I'm hoping the gold label Beast Boy pops up next week during Walmart's Collector Con. That is a hope I have. Now, this is the blue single release Hush Batman. You know, the thing that's different about this, of course, is that because it is not a Build-A-Figure, we get just this Jim Lee art on the back. Really pretty nice. Jim Lee art is usually pretty nice, though. So let's hop back over here. Get this box open. I figure we don't need a rotation on every one of these packages because, after all, you've seen one multiverse package, you have seen them all. Yeah, every time McFarlane announces a new Batman, I'm like, yeah, I need another Batman. And I, of course, buy said other Batman because I have a problem. I'm also doing a good job of dropping accessories today. So we do have a couple batarangs, pretty good sized, and we get alternate fists. I dropped the one. He does come with one with a kryptonite hand. Oh, I see it. So we can pop that in there too. So you see the kryptonite hand. There is one thing I want you to notice, and that's there are lines on the back of these hands. And I don't think there are on the figure itself. So I think they are reusing sculpted bits from the Three Jokers figure, which is the exact same buck as this one. So real fast before I switch to the figure view, here is those hands, and like I said, there is no line detail on the back. Also, it looks like he's kind of got this hand here, maybe for like a grapple gun that it just didn't come with. Okay, so here is Batman himself. Looking awfully blurry. There he is. Yeah, it's all or nothing. So we got... Now, here's the thing about this buck that I don't love, is the joint for the neck is actually at the base of the figure and not the top of the neck. The early Batman figures actually had joints at both the bottom and the top of the neck, so you had a lot more range, but we are limited on this Hush figure. Arms do a little better than 90. We have our twist at the bicep, double jointed elbow, twisty twist at the wrist. This is the older style ball joints, just because of the age of the figure. Get some crunch there. Twist both at the base and the ab. Leg is limited by our underwear. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. A Knightfall Batman. There's a Knightfall Batman might get him. Yeah, and I'm thinking that will largely be this same Batman, but with a different chest and a different head sculpt, and of course the different undie belt combo. Ankles, same ball that we've seen forever. Forward, back, toe. This is actually a really nice looking Batman, outside of him not behaving on camera for me. I'm not sure about this grabby hand, though. But it feels like if you want to go with the other hands, you have to switch them both because of the details being different. But this is a big improvement over the previous release. Good lean there, Bruce. Good lean. Which was the 2-pack with Hush, which had this really goofy face sculpt. The elbows were black and the gloves went way up. They screwed up the paint real bad on this release. I was kind of hoping that the gray would be lighter and the blue would be brighter, though, because this is also the same buck as the year 2 Batman. We'll pop in here as well, which I think is the only McFarlane DC Multiverse figure with a soft goods cape. I was hoping it would be the same, so we could get rid of these boots and get a nice proper pointed boot. Still can, just would have to paint it. So it might be worth looking for this guy on clearance just for that. But yeah, no, Hush Batman looks great. Highly recommend. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Better not forget to bag up our accessories. Always keep track of your accessories. I bought about 200 of these baggies, and my wife immediately went, "Oh, we're dealing drugs now?" So, if my employer finds this, we are not. We are not selling drugs. We're collecting action figures. But next in the studio is the one, the only, Mr. Freeze. Again, we get a look at the figure. Doesn't tell us specifically what line this comes from, just that it's Mr. Freeze and it's Victor Freeze. And we have this artwork on the back that looks nothing like the figure. Todd, come on. Killing me. So, yep. Get this box open. This is where I should learn to patter better, pitter patter, making up space so we're not just dealing with dead air. The only accessory with this figure is his freeze gun, which got a little bent. It's pretty soft out of the package. I wonder if they can get away with it being a gun by having this dumb effect permanently sculpted on the front. Just for comparisons, here is the Platinum Edition Superpowers gun compared to the regular release. Same sculpt, just different paint details. Oh no! You like when you hear a guy in the background go, oh no, right? We lost Mr. Freeze's dome. We're gonna grab a stand real fast for the figure. We've actually unboxed this exact figure before, just not in this paint scheme. And I don't mind it. I kind of like the dome does come off just like the Superpowers release. The blue head. Oh, that came out dirty. The bluish hue to Mr. Freeze's cranium. It seems like it's maybe a little bit further into his career. He's a little bit older as compared to the Superpowers release. I have a light blue-gray on the armor, some off-whites. So a little bit different details on the figure, but otherwise the sculpt is identical. At this point, I'm not sure if that Platinum release is going to be exclusive to McFarlane Toy Store, and we've just all missed it if you haven't ordered it yet, or if it will be a chase in stores. Gonna have to do some painting on it. I could see that. It is fairly unexciting. Here is the Superpowers Chase Platinum Edition. So you can see them side by side. There are definitely things to like about both these sculpts. I think the white legs let some of the sculpting details really kind of pop a little bit better than what we see here. I just think if you can get your hands on either Mr. Freeze, he's a good addition to your Batman Rogues gallery. Oh, Quip did show up. You're Quip. Too early for bed? It's an exclusive. Good to know. It's strange though, because if it's an exclusive, I would have thought they'd call it Gold Label. Yeah, very neat figure. Ankles are a little tight out of the box, so don't be surprised about that. And the full spin. Yeah, I don't blame you. I said earlier that Monday morning's going to be just a nightmare when I am having to wake up at what they claim is 6 a.m. I know better. It's just Big Farm holding us all down. So we're going to shift now to our last figure of the night. I've got a lot of comparisons for this one, and one I'm going to quiz you, the audience, about if you want to see it or not. I am, of course, talking about Catwoman. We get this Knightfall Catwoman to go with the upcoming Bruce Wayne Batman in the Knightfall line. We previously had the gold label exclusive to Walmart as Bats from Knightfall. And of course, the Tim Drake Robin that's upcoming from the Robin Reborn line will just fit right in. Here is our artwork, just a close-up on Selina. It is at least the same costume as the figure in the box. Progress. She is actually the 5th Catwoman figure Todd has released so far. So, he doesn't like to release women, but the women he does like to release, he releases far too many of. I am excited about this one, but spoiler alert, I think she's going to be a little bit diapery. Also appears to be a completely new sculpt, so that's exciting. And this whip is just insane. Let's get that in here. We're going to start. Ooh. This whip is stupid big. Just yeah, that's a lot of whip. Famous for being up the butt and eternal camel toe. Yeah. Every woman in comics was well endowed in the 90s. That's an absolute fact. We also get a couple extra hands here with kind of some splayed out claws. It's a little spidery if you look at it face on. And that pointer figure definitely has probably the most extreme. New camera looks crisp. It is actually the same camera I've been using. Well, the host cam is different. That's my built-in webcam. So that is new. Studio cam is still my iPhone. All right. Pop out of the accessory cam and bring her up. Oh, she has heels, but she does have a bagel. That's interesting the way they sculpted that. So we do have Catwoman. Kind of get our effect off. There we go. So yep, she is diapered. I think they did a good job of trying to taper that in, but it's hard to do with that rubber overlay. So arms. A little bit of a camel toe, or at least she's stuffing the crotch. A little better than 90. Head is super limited because of all this hair. Very 90s. Pretty true to the era. The joints are actually really well hidden, thanks to the gloves of the design. Oh yeah, and there's a nice like kind of leathery sheen to the black on the gloves and the boots that is not as present in the black in the hair. That's really nice. The wrist is a little bit shaped, so it's not the ball of yore, but it is still very separate from the glove. You're not going to get a lot of bend there at that chest, the way that's molded to be so tight on the body. You have twist. Does she cat burglar? Yeah, she cat burglars pretty decently. Pretty good side motion. Forward. For all your high kicks. This is what I'm talking about with the boot here. It's got a little bit of extra detail where it should go up for the high heel, and that's accommodating our peg hole. So I do appreciate that. Pretty good bend there at the knee, double jointed. She's got a nice sculpted ankle. So goes up. Those heels do have its toe articulation still. Actually, this is a fantastic figure. I know people were kind of dogging on it because of the crotch and having a diaper, but I think she looks great. Especially compared to the DC Essentials release, which is also 7-inch scale, but she is a little bit shorter. The purple, it's just a different hue. You don't get the gloss on the gloves. The hair kind of just is the same color. I just kind of think the McFarlane figure is the superior figure of the two. No. Now, I did say I had some comparisons for this, so let's pop in a couple other Knightfall figures from McFarlane. Here she is with the Asbats. He is slightly customized in that I gave him some silver fingies. Just using, a paint marker, nothing fancy. And also, there is our Knightfall Bane. Looking pretty good as a set. I think Batman is he looks to be a smidge taller, and he's not on a stand. So she's getting a slight bit of extra height from that. And she's in heels. Todd's giving us a little bit of scale. I like that. I like whenever we can get a little bit of size diversity in our line. We also have the corrected the Batman Catwoman. This was the gold label from Walmart, where they put out her with the correct mask. She's definitely, I think, just a hair smaller than our Knightfall. She's floating. I can't really see it here, but she's floating on the peg. She's getting some unfair height advantage. We, of course, had 3 different releases of the Batman. Siri. The Batman Catwoman, where we had the full mask, the unmasked, and the correct mask. So 3 of those. And then we also had the Arkham series Catwoman, who is again floating on the peg, so she might be a smidge shorter still. Also having some heels. definitely getting some variety. This is, I will say, the Arkham Catwoman is my preferred vision of Catwoman. I just wish we zipped up the top and maybe got rid of the heels. Just because when I picture that era of Catwoman, she was not boobing out all the time. So, one comparison I would like to ask you if you'd like to see. So I bought this from Mr. Crispex on the GDL Discord sometime back, but I haven't brought myself yet to open it. And part of the reason, see if I can pull it back, it still has the KB Toys. Did McFarlane include stitching details along the pleats running down the middle of her suit? Are we talking about the are you asking about the Palenti, or not the Palenti, the Valenti, the Valent figure? If so, yes, there is detail down the middle of the costume. All right, so bonus unboxing. Oh, keep that mock? Oh no, it's too late. We'll do our best to try to save as much of this. It's pretty yellow. Oh no. We've saved the card pretty well. Or with KB stickers. Yeah, you know what? This is definitely a toy I've noticed that people are kind of giving away. She comes with, of course, this Kenner climbing hook that clips onto her back with oh so much rope. I think there's a lot to still and of course it's in the shape of a cat. Kenner was good at stuff like that, I will say. And of course, she has a nut net for capturing other action figures. And she does have a whip of her own. Not quite the huge whip of McFarlane, but a whip nonetheless. The figure itself is, I believe, 5 POA. We get kind of a twist at the head. Very long hair. Arms both can go up. Same whip as the Returns Catwoman and the animated series Catwoman. That doesn't surprise me. After all, the Returns Robin and the animated series Robin are the exact same figure except for the head sculpt. Legs kick up. They can go way, way, way back. Oh yeah. Let's try to tilt the camera down. We can. I don't know how these feet work. That's a thing. Do they have a peg hole? They do have a peg hole. So we'll cheat. There, look at the figure and how she compares to her modern. It appears my camera has frozen. Oh, there it is. So, richer purple on the modern figure. Really, a lot of similar details. You know what? Of the 4 figures I opened, I thought Batman was going to be my winner today. It's Catwoman. Catwoman is easily the best figure today. There's just something about the sculpting and the paint, particularly in the face, that just makes her look like she leaped right off the comic page. So, to me, if you were going to buy one of these 4, It's Catwoman, but if you're me, you bought all four already, so it's too late. So yeah, those are our figures today. That's our multiversal madness. Here. Pretty without being unrealistic. I agree. I think they really nailed that. This is I honestly bought the DC Essentials figure. She's blurry. Here she is. Just because I wanted to compare her to this figure, and I am probably gonna sell this because it just can't compare. Same or at least similar glasses. You know, Quip, I actually I have these glasses in 4 different colorways. Every time I get new glasses, which is they're practically the same prescription, I get a different color to eventually increase my drip so it matches my shoes or something. That's what the cool kids are doing, right? So please, if you're at all interested in DC, pick up this Catwoman. Don't leave her hanging on the peg. Show Todd A, we want female figures, and B, this is just good. It's just so good. Black and brown, yeah. The tortoise and gold, black and rose gold, like totally matte black, black with black detail. These are actually navy and silver. But yeah, I'm so excited you guys were here. I can't believe it. If you're catching this on replay, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Like, comment, subscribe. It doesn't have a flashy icon, but share the video. Tell your friends. Subscribe. That's a thing. I already said that. But hit a bell. There's a bell somewhere. It lets you know when I'm doing stupid stuff like this. I almost said shit. But you guys are great. Thank you so much. Quip, Allison Troy, Payne's Toy Samples. Like I said, go check out Brick Something over on Nostradamus Toys right now, where they're talking about Cosmic Legions. And I just hope everybody has a super shiny weekend.